Welcome back. Well, COVID-19 has affected unemployment rates and economic output. The U.S. has officially gone into recession. While the recession is out of our control for the most part, we can't control how we respond. Michelle Mills with the Better Business Bureau is here virtually to give us some tips on how to be proactive so that we can survive and thrive through these uncertain times. Welcome back, Michelle. We've missed you.
I've missed you guys. You guys doing okay?
We're doing the best we can. Also, for those who are not financially savvy at all, what's a good starting point?
Well, don't feel alone. It's very complicated, or it can be. But if you're not financially savvy, talk to a professional. Talk to your financial advisor. There may be somebody at your bank that you can talk to about this. There likely is somebody at your bank. Many of our churches are providing financial savviness classes, so you might want to talk to your church and see if they have something like that available. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a look at where you are, set some goals, put things in layman's terms, and kind of make a map on where you need to go with your finances. And that'll give you some peace of mind as far as where you are and where you need to be.
That sounds doable. So what are some of the main things we can be doing to be proactive?
So number one, pay down some of your debt. A high revolving credit balance, it hurts your credit, but it could just cause you additional stress just because you have that debt kind of there. And we're in an environment where a lot of people are losing their jobs. So you want to go ahead and pay those off so you have less of that stress, right? So you might want to prioritize your credit card debt, then focus on your other loans. If you have student loan debt, you may be eligible for deferment during this crisis, so you may want to check into that as well. There may be some mortgage forgiveness too that you may be eligible for, so check into those things. The next thing you want to do is you want to cut back on your non-essential expenses. So you want to make sure you keep your lights on, make sure you want to have food, but what are your needs and what are your wants? Example, you may be subscribed to several different streaming services. Maybe you use one less than the others. You may want to consider canceling that one, at least for now. Things like that are some things that you can do. Third, you can find some ways to create some additional income. A lot of people are delivering groceries or meals. That may be some good ways you can make some extra cash. You might even have a hobby that you could start monetizing and generate some income, just at least to do on the side. You may be able to continue that even after the crisis. And you may even just decide that, this may be a good small business that you want to start. And then you want to create an emergency fund. You need to save as much as you can, even if it's just a little bit at a time. The best practice is to build up your savings, to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of income to carry you through these unexpected times.
I'm glad you brought up small businesses. Here we are always trying to support, the backbone of East Texas, our mom and pop shops. So real quick, can you tell us some things that our local businesses can do to make it through this unusual time?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, if you're not online, get online. Even if you don't have, it might take a while to get your website where you can use e-commerce, but you can communicate to people through that. You can use social media. There are many things that you can do to get your services online, even if it's just additional exposure. You might want to think about creating some additional streams of income. That you may have a line of business that you have, but there may be something that's related that you could do. I know that we had some movie theaters that were selling popcorn on the side just to generate some some extra income. Things like that. Just be creative about some ways that you could create some additional streams of income. You might provide delivery services. That might be a convenience to some of your customers. And then also you need to start creating some reserves. This recession is expected to be fairly short, but there may be one down the road, and you always also, just like for your personal, you want to have an emergency reserves for your business as well.
Michelle, thank you as always, giving us a bit of peace of mind. For more info, head on over to bbb.org.